Jennifer. You are at the Video Marketing 101 for real estate agents. We're so happy to have you. All right. Well, we will introduce ourselves, your fearless leaders today. I am Sarah.
And I'm Sophia. And yeah, go for it.
We are from Connect Social Pop. We're kind of your one-stop shop for daily social media posts, monthly pop-bys, and websites if you're looking for something like that for your real estate business. Sophia, do you want to go through what makes us so darn special?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're just so grateful to be partnering with the Close. The Close just has so many incredible resources that with our powers combined, we're just so excited to share some great information and things. And just like the Close, we have been specializing within real estate here for 5 years for us, but we've actually been in graphic design and in marketing for 20 plus years. So we've been doing lots of really great stuff within that industry and within this real estate industry to hopefully serve all of you guys, great agents there. We work with hundreds of agents as well as brokers, teams, lenders, all those kind of good things. So we've worked in the real estate industry in lots of different ways.
Absolutely. We work behind the scenes in social media, large events, celebrities, athletes. You can see some of the great stuff that we've worked with. We are both strong, driven Capricorns, so we love working.
We're born just a couple days apart, so real close. The line there.
We are. We can literally laugh at anything. So as we go through this, we're going to keep it light. We're going to keep it fun. It's not going to be your classic PowerPoint where we're sitting here reading slides to you. This is not how we go. We're going to give tons of examples for you guys. And yeah, if you do have questions, pop it in the chat. And Becky from the Close is going to be kind of monitoring that. And we'll get everything answered as clean as possible and as quick as possible and get you on the right track. Well, let's jump in.
Awesome, guys. So our focus today, we're going to focus on a couple of different things, a lot of the questions that you guys already had, but we're going to focus on why video works in the first place. Why is it so important? And why do we need to kind of set our focus there, kind of going forward into our future, into our marketing, how we're going to make it work for you, of course, specifically, because we're all a little bit different, right? We have different fears, we have different anxieties, we have different ways that we want to approach things. So we're going to talk about a lot of different ways that you can do that for yourself. And then, of course, we're going to give you a couple different really easy video solutions, but we're going to go through a walkthrough of how to make your own video really simply. It's going to be really fun.
Awesome. All right. Why do you need video? Why does it work? Why all this stuff, right? So the National Association of Real Estate Study shows that 73%, you guys, 73%, almost 3/4 of homeowners are more willing to work with agents that create videos. I think a big reason for this is because they're showing their personalities on video, and then people can see, oh, I want to work with this person. They have my same vibe, they talk like me, they have the same interests, just things like that. Plus it shows professionalism and that they're going to go the extra mile to do things for you as a client, whether you're buying, selling, investing, anything like that. So it just shows that they're pushing a little bit more, which is great.
Number one, they're willing to get uncomfortable and they're willing to put themselves out there as well as put your property out there, all those kind of good things,
Absolutely. It's hitting all the aspects of marketing, which marketing is not just posting on social media or just sending email campaigns or just sending a thank you card in the mail. There's so many parts of it, but video is so needed right now and so wanted for so many reasons. And we'll go over that as well.
Yeah. And then, why is video working right now? And there's lots of reasons we're going to, as Sarah said, we're going to continue to go into them. But number one, it creates trust. You're getting to actually see your mannerisms, you're going to see your personality, who you are, what you're about. And it makes us really comfortable, right? Sometimes with these pictures, we talked a little bit about this in last month's webinar, but we're also really craving authenticity as well, right? And so when we just have a photo, maybe it's filtered, whatever, it's one thing, but when we're getting a video, we're really kind of hearing someone's voice, we're hearing their tone and how they're going about things. And it just helps to develop that trust on a deeper level there. It definitely grabs attention there too, right, Sarah? We just yes. You want to see what's about, right? If you start seeing the first couple seconds, like, now I got to finish it. Now I got to see what it's about, So it tends to grab our attention too, because it's really literally jumping out at us. And
I love this. We're just getting a couple requests to speak a little bit slower. I know, Sophia, I'm from New Jersey and New York, and I'm a very fast talker. And it's
sorry, guys. Sorry.
A challenge for me as well. But I think a couple people are just saying slow down a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're really excited about video. Can you tell? We are just really pumped about it. I want to give you guys all that knowledge. But yeah, it does. It's going to kind of grab that attention in there. It's going to get people to stop and want to watch what you're actually doing. And then it's working well on social media because people are wanting it. And in the algorithm, it's showing it more because we're wanting it more, because there's more engagement on those videos. Typically, it's going to bump up that algorithm a little bit more too. Sarah, did you have anything you wanted to add on there as well?
Yeah, that video works so well on social media. How many times are you laying in bed at night and you're trying to sleep, or you wake up at 3 a.m.? I know I do. And I'm scrolling through social media and I want to see things happen. I want to see mannerisms to see if I like these people. You know how you watch different videos or you're in different groups and you're like, oh my gosh, that person just seems so funny. I think that person could be my best friend. That's what video does. It creates trust and it creates people to like you and want to use you and talk to you and refer you. So, and obviously grabs attention as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool and it's pretty easy to do too. And it doesn't have to be these huge long things either. It can be short and sweet. And we'll go into that in a second here.
Yeah. So even the head of Instagram is talking about this too, and I believe actually one of the awesome viewers were actually sharing with us last month's webinar as well, is that Instagram no longer is really going to be a photo sharing platform. Although, we're still sharing photos all the time. Really, they're kind of gravitating towards video, and not just Instagram, but almost every social media platform is wanting that video because they're trying to kind of compete with that TikTok and everything else that's blowing up right now. And so video is being asked for over and over again, preferably very fun and preferably bite-sized as well.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, we're going to go into some specifics here. What about Facebook? We just talked about Instagram and how many people are on there daily, all that other good stuff. What about Facebook? We get this question all the time. Do I need to be on Instagram? Do I need to be on Facebook? Do I need to be on TikTok? And all the social media platforms? As we have talked about before, social media is kind of a full-time job. So what about Facebook? Let's talk about that for just a second. Users spend on average 58.5 minutes on Facebook every day. Guys, that's like an hour a day. How crazy is that? I mean, an hour on Facebook. Okay, so women baby boomers. So that's between ages 55 to 75, I think it is. It's within that age group. 10 times a month they're on there and they're posting things. So when you're asking, do I need to be on Facebook? Do I need to be on Instagram? What you need to ask yourself is, what is your actual target market? So if women baby boomers, and the women make a lot of the decisions, as men like to think, but so think about it. Are middle-aged women your target market? Because if it is, then you should be focusing more on Facebook. So if you're deciding between the two, if it's younger millennials, all that stuff, you need to be over at TikTok, you need to be over at Instagram, just things like that. So a lot of it depends on what your target market is. Who do you want to work with? And who kind of aligns with you is what we're trying to say here. So if this is your target market, hey, get your butt on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Okay, so social media, key for expanding your SOI, your sphere of influence, and staying top of mind. So in real estate, the biggest part is, I think it's 86% of your new business is going to come from recurring business or revisiting or referral business. So you really have to think of that. So your sphere of influence, the people that already know you, already love you, these are the people that are going to be talking about you. So when you're on social media, it's always kind of going to be in the front of their mind of saying, oh, Sophia here, she's posting another video, she's doing whatever she does. It's reminding them that they're around. They're still a real estate agent and they're still fantastic at what they do. So that's going to trigger in the brain to use them and refer them. So keep a big eye on that. Your sphere of influence, we say your database, your A clients, your B clients, even when you're talking about that.
Yes. The out of sight, out of mind method,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry. There's this weird red thing through every slide. I don't know what that is. I'm so
I was
sorry.
really curious about the content, wanted to be here with us,
So
Now this is also really cool and really important. This gets a little bit techie here, but this is really, really fun information. When you are creating video, it helps you become more discoverable online. We all know that Google is a big head honcho when it comes to being found online, but people being able to search you guys. And Google is also owned, or sorry, YouTube is also owned by Google. So when you're putting your videos up on YouTube, you're adding your videos to different places, you are now getting that algorithm online on the web to be able to find you and search you more, which is so, so cool. Especially if you're doing neighborhood or local videos too. That's what a lot of Google is looking for, specifically right now, but in general, that people want to go and they want to look for their certain neighborhoods that they want to move into, or the area down in, you know, Chicago or wherever you might be, Colorado Springs, wherever you're at, to pull that into. So it's going to help, it's going to link hopefully to your website, to your Facebook, to your Instagram, wherever that is, as well as online. I mean, it's just good for you all around to be found.
Awesome. Okay, so let's hop into some video making, shall we? Okay, you want to do some video, but what the heck do you do? What kind of videos do you make? So the top 3 videos agents need: neighborhood videos. That's kind of a beautiful way to hone down and be the expert of the area. Social ready property. Okay, so you have a coming soon, a just listed, price reduction, anything like that. You want to pop all of that out there. You want people to be able to look at 3 in the morning and see a slideshow or whatever, or a video of a property that you have listed. And of course, an about video. Who are you? What are you about? You know, Sophia and I talk about doing your 3 subjects a lot on social media. It can't just be real estate, because that is so overwhelming, or boring even to your audience if you're just covering social media, or not social media.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm tripping all over. If you're just covering real estate. So you have those 2 other subjects you should be talking about. So we always give the example of, if you're all about your dog, you go hikes with your dog, you dress them up for Halloween, all that other stuff. And then drinking wine, maybe you're a little wino or a foodie or whatever it might be. You play softball, whatever it could be. You want to hit those 3 subjects. And that's where that about video comes in. So you can talk about real estate, of course, and have all the videos about all of the listings and buyers and closings that you have. However, the about video, they want to get to know you, building trust. So they use and refer you.
Yes. And this is good too. I mean, what we're going to be showing you guys today is all videos that you can record on your own. But if those of you who maybe are wanting to hire a videographer or things like that too, those are 3 great things to write down, so that if you did want to make an about video, that you kind of are already ready to go dive in there, or something about your neighborhood, of course, as well. Oh, this video is cool. This video is cool. What's really cool about this, we're going to show you guys just a couple different examples of this is a neighborhood video. And it had 21 shares, which is amazing. That means that people are sharing it over and over again, and then they're liking it and they're seeing it too. And what's great about these, and we'll talk about this here in just a second too, but they're also putting the text in the video. So that way, if we don't want to watch the video with sound and we want to turn it off because we're, maybe we're watching at 3 a.m., we don't want to watch that video, that text is up there as well to take a quick view at.
Awesome. I love it. And this is for a commercial real estate company, obviously. And this is a town in New Jersey. You can do a town, you can do a downtown area, you can do a subdivision, anything like that, your own neighborhood. When people start talking about farming, where do I start farming? Farm your own neighborhood, because these are the same people you're going to be bumping into at the grocery store, at the gas station, that sort of stuff. You want to be known as your local expert. So if you're thinking of where to start farming, your own area is great. Okay, this one is really neat as well. So a neighborhood video. This one here, I don't know what age groups we have on here, but Woolworth, I remember it. Do you? Anyway, yes, I see some hands waving. That's awesome. So what these people did is they said, hey, look at this downtown area. Do you remember Woolworth? That's where it was. How wonderful is that? This post alone had 213 shares and 114 likes. Going nostalgic is very cool, very cool. And it takes some of the brain damage out of, oh, what do I need to do? What are the old stores? What are the old restaurants? What restaurants do you miss in our downtown area or in our Detroit area or wherever it is? Asking questions, things like that. Awesome.
And Becky,
I was just going to say, Zoom is weird, so we can't stream videos in Zoom without them looking very choppy. So what I just did was I chatted the Facebook link to this video. If people want to take a minute to check it out, it's a short video. But yeah, that's the odd thing around Zoom. We can't play videos in Zoom without them looking pretty terrible. So just wanted to take a moment to give people the opportunity to check out this video.
Yes. And what's great about this video, it was posted from 2018, which is awesome. And I want to tell you why that's awesome. You can look at it and go, well, it's not getting anything now. Well, it actually is. With all of these shares and all of these likes, all of that stuff, you know, on like Facebook memories, they're going to come up a year from now. So still 3 years later, it's still getting action, which fabulous, because people will reshare stuff like this because this doesn't have to be so real estate targeted. You know, this is a nostalgic thing for the area. Everybody can get on board with that.
Yeah.
All right, property videos. Yes, I love property videos. Okay, so when you're doing these videos, the pro tip here, you can still create videos with text, photos, video clips, listing, clients, reviews, neighbors, all of that stuff. These are great ideas to kind of get kicked off of what you want to do. So listings, obviously, you want to do the best for your client. You want to get this blasted out everywhere and in everybody's face, right? So obviously, clips about your listings. And this can be a slideshow of the beautiful pictures you've had taken, or maybe you're standing at the front door and you're going, oh my gosh, come inside with me. Look at this foyer. Oh my goodness. Do you want to see more? Call me. Let's do a personal showing. You know, just things like that. Make it personal, but you can do this with or without your face. We always suggest using your face on this. Always. People want to know who you are. They want to see you. They want to see if they like you. We're very judgy, everybody. So just admit it. Yes. So listings, or if it has a cool walkout basement or a phenomenal backyard, or the laundry room is to die for, anything like that, anything that makes this house stand out, especially in the area that you're in, that's what you can highlight. It doesn't have to be you walking through the whole darn house or anything like that. But if you don't want to be on camera, flip it around, walk around, just do a scan of the living room or the kitchen, stand in the pantry. If it has a big old pantry, stand in that pantry and do a little thing there. I mean, it's all about getting people to visualize them in that home, right? And we're going to show you this later. You take those beautiful pictures that you've had professionally done. Remember, everybody, professional pictures. And then you can make a slideshow. We're going to show you how to do that in a live demonstration here in just a second.
Cool. There are a couple questions around how to edit. And also, I think we could get rid of that red line if we unshare the screen and then reshare it. I got a note from someone, so if we want to try that real fast. But just want everyone to know that we are going to, yes, Sarah said we're going to do a live demonstration to show the how. Right now we're into what videos to make, but we're definitely going to be getting into the how. I love all the questions here. I'm monitoring the chat and I'm writing them down for the Q&A at the end. So thank you so much, everyone, for your questions.
Wonderful.
Oh, sorry.
Nope. I was just going to move on to your clients, your reviews. Those are great videos to make as well. You want to make sure that people know that you're busy, that people already like you, that you're trusted. Okay. So reviews are wonderful and you can be on them or not on them. Very cool. Neighborhoods you serve. Of course, if there's a coffee shop in your neighborhood that you love and you need every morning, do a video of you at the coffee shop or whatever it might be, or the day or the weekly meat deal at the supermarket. You could do that too. I know my husband's always like, what's the good meat deal? What steaks are we eating this month or this week? You know, there's so many neat things that you can do outside of the box and not so specific to real estate to be your neighborhood expert, right?
Yes.
Sophia, do you have anything you'd like to add to this one?
Yeah, I think actually Becky put this in earlier too, and you just mentioned it too. Really, it's making you the expert of that whole area, right? When you're kind of showing, when you're talking about your grocery store, your coffee shop, things like that, it's really showing that you really are not just the expert, but you're involved in your community and you're in there regularly. Another great thing with any of this stuff, even with if you're just showing the listing or you're doing reviews, if you're looking for some more engagement between your posts and your stories too, it's always a great idea to even maybe post on your main feed, maybe a good part of the video, and then saying, hey, go check out my stories to see some other rooms I didn't show you in this video or things like that too. That way you kind of get some more engagement, people going to your page, checking out things, and then also maybe getting a couple more plays on your stories too is a really fun way to break up those videos and not have it too long too, and make it more bite-sized.
Love it. Love it. All right. Property video, guys. This is awesome. So this is just a small example, and we'll go into more of this later, of taking the professional pictures and making a video out of it that you don't have to be on. You don't have to be the star. I know some people are like, oh, I don't want to be the star. Make your home, your listing the star. This one here, 500 Facebook shares for that West Virginia home. Are you kidding? Like, that's insane. So cool. You know, it's a desirable square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, all of that stuff. And you know, it for your specific area, what is a desirable listing? Which ones do you need to pump up? Yeah. So there is that guy right there.
It gets you involved with the property in such a different way too. Instead of just looking at your own photos and you're looking at your favorite ones, so you're getting a little bit more involved with the video too. You feel like you have a little bit more of a connection with that property too, which is fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. Another great idea for a video are the About Me videos, okay? So you can do an actual video of you talking. And you guys, you don't need all the crazy professional equipment. If you want to go there, heck yeah, do it all day long. But if you're like me, and I'm like, I don't know anything about like all the video editing equipment and, you know, what kind of microphone I need or any of that stuff. I know nothing about that. So guess what? I flip my phone around every time. I flip this bad boy, there it is, this bad boy around all the time and record me. But if you are like, no way, I don't want to be on camera, my hair is not great, or whatever it might be, totally fine. So up here on the left side, I have this gal and it's just her headshot. Guys, also, can we please have professional headshots? This is a professional thing. This is one of most people's biggest purchase of their lives. Go out and get a headshot, get a nicely done headshot. And then when you're using that for your cards, for your website, for your social media, for videos you're making, you look that much more professional. You don't want to look like a discount agent. Unless that's your niche, then okay. But yeah, so right here we have her pictures. She says where she's located, all that other good stuff, some stats on her that can switch through the video. We'll show you that in just a little bit here. But what makes you the best fit for them? Is it because you become friends with all of your agents or all of your clients? Is it that you work nights and weekends and you have the best partner with a lender or whoever it might be? Think about what makes you different. And that's what you really need to showcase on your About Me videos. You know, who are you gonna line up with?
Yep.
That's a big thing. But if you hate being on camera, we do have lots of people like this. If you hate it so bad, it's okay. It's okay. If you're camera shy, use testimonials. All right. That's just a nice, quick, easy way. It can be a picture of a regular family or just a picture of the front of their house. Say you listed a house and it sold quickly, sold for lots of money, whatever it might be, have a picture of the house and have a little thing on the side that says, oh my gosh, we sold this house in 3 days, multiple offers for 40 grand over asking. Here's what my clients had to say about this transaction. And then boom, whatever. And what you should be doing after every closing, whether you're on the buying or the listing side, is sending out an email or a text message or whatever it might be to ask people to please review me. Please review me on realtor.com or Facebook or Google or wherever you prefer to have a lot of your testimonials. Ask for these testimonials. People usually won't go out of their way to do it. And this is great content for video. So you can have them kind of stockpiled in the back of, oh shoot, I want to make more videos, but Where do I get it? Testimonials, baby. That's where you can get them. So remember to ask for them. Sophia, do you have anything else you want to add to that?
And testimonials are just so helpful in general. User generated content is so necessary. It's one thing when we're making an about me video and I'm like, hey, I'm amazing, I'm a great realtor. Everyone's like, cool, but when you hear it from somebody else, it gives so much more validity to it. People are like, wow, they really helped them with their first home. Wow, this is a military family and they really went above and beyond to help them stage their home and sell it and make it really easy for them. When you get that testimony from somebody else, it is huge. And if you can always ask, your sellers or your buyers for a video testimonial, whew, that's amazing. Not everyone's going to do that, of course, but those are really amazing ways to bump up your brand. And then you're getting from someone else's word how valuable you are and how helpful you are. And even if that's just, as Sarah's saying, you have your professional photo or you have, a photo of the home that just sold or whatever that is in their testimonial, any way that you can push that and continue to share the great work that you do, it's going to add great value to your brand.
Absolutely. And when you're posting these testimonials, make sure that you have a wide range. So you have first-time home buyers, you have investors, you have empty nesters that are downsizing. Make sure you hit all of those different subjects to show how versed you are in all types of real estate transactions.
And it doesn't even hurt too. I mean, those testimonials can come from your clients. They can also come from other agents that worked really well with you. They can come from your brokerage. They can come from your team members, things like that as well, who work with you and know your great work ethic as well.
Yeah, love it.
Okay, most videos shared on social media and that are watched. Ooh, fun stuff, fun stuff. So I think actually someone asked this in the very beginning when we first started of how do you even set up the recording for your video? How do you do this in the best way? And right now there are the two best ways is either doing it square because it's going to be great for a post. It's going to be great on any social media platform, and then vertical as well, because it's going to take up the most amount of space on a mobile screen, which most of these are being watched for, especially within Instagram. Everything is being watched on mobile device. You're going to want to make that vertical there. Something else that we took a look at as well is that little bit of text that was in that video. It's so helpful. I mean, I know that I watch most of my videos on silent too, because I'm in the middle of doing something or, looking at stuff. So anytime that you can add that text, people can read it. They might even go back and watch it with the music or with the sound on it. But anytime that you can add that text in there, it's going to just add more value and more meat to what you're posting out into the world. Using music. This is really fun. This is fun for a couple different reasons. You have to be very thoughtful and careful about the music that you choose and select. So make sure that if you're using a video editor or you're editing it on a social media platform, it has to make sure that's licensed, because you have artists out there who put out their music and there's licenses that relate to them. But what's also really cool about if you do choose music to put in your videos is specifically on Instagram too, you can actually be entered into categories because of the music that you choose. So if you have a really fun or popular song that's going on right now, you can also be found and be seen by other people because you chose a certain song for that video. So you can also very strategically use music in your videos to kind of add value to it, kind of tying into that TikTok there a little bit as well. Grab attention in the beginning. That's first and foremost. If you are recording a video, especially if you are pre-recording it and it takes you a couple seconds to get started, feel free to just cut out that first couple seconds, start right in. That way, when you start talking or you start going along, people are already into the story. They're already, and they have to stay because we all want to finish it, right? We all want to finish what's going on. So start right away, start with something attention grabbing. So they're going to want to watch through the entire video, whether it's a short or a long video, either way. And then of course, this is so major. We talk about this all the time and everything that you do, add your branding. Add your branding, add your colors, put your logo on there, put your headshot, put your phone number, whatever you can add on there, feel free to do it. And sometimes, we have agents who do this in really smart ways where maybe they'll just throw on, like, let's say, one of my branding colors is orange or red. I might just throw that shirt on real fast and maybe record that in the video to kind of tie into my branding a little bit, to kind of just pull those colors in a little bit, maybe with filters, whatever that is. Make sure you want to pull in that branding in there, add your brokerage, of course, as well.
I love these tips. I am just making my every 10-minute reminder that I'm definitely checking out the chat. We're going to go into how to make a video like this very shortly, because there's a lot of how questions. But yeah, I think my favorite quote, and I chatted this, is that Facebook themselves says to design videos for sound off and delight for sound on. meaning that most people are watching videos with sound off, which is why that text that Sarah and Sophia were talking about is so important. But the commercially licensed music, when you have music in the background, for the 20% of people who are watching with sound on, it's pretty delightful when there's like good music accompaniment. So we're going to go into a lot of the questions on like, how do I find commercially licensed music? There's lots of how questions. So I'm really pumped for y'all to show the how shortly.
Yes. So I know, as going off of what Becky just said, cool, bro. How am I supposed to do this myself? I don't know. Guys, don't worry. We're going to show you some really easy ways to create video, and you don't have to have a degree. You don't have to spend days and days researching or learning anything like that. We have you covered. We have a bunch of different options for you. We're going to do a live demo to show you exactly how easy this can be. So don't worry.
We use things we use all the time, actually.
We do use it all the time, actually, which is great. So here's a couple marketing resource options, the video marketing research options. We have Parkbench. Hey, you like being on camera? This one is for you. Fiverr. Don't want to handle it at all, you can hire somebody or start asking around if you have friends, family, kids, anything like that. There's always people that are in high school, college that would do it for barely anything. So, you know, ask around. Fiverr is there as well. Anamoto, ooh, baby. This is great also if you're camera shy. If you aren't, you can use it both ways. And we are going to show you exactly how to use Animoto right now. Are you excited? I am. This is what it is. It's a simple solution for video creation without spending all the hours to learn things. It's super easy to use. I stumbled over it a few years ago, actually, and I'm like, what is this? I can make videos? And the yearly fee for it was so little, I couldn't believe it. But I made these videos and people were calling me like, girl, what, you're like doing videos now? And I'm like, ooh, I just have that graphic design degree. Like, I don't know how to make videos, but these people made me look legit. So very cool. Let's talk a little bit more about what it actually does, and then we're going to demo this. Sophia, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, absolutely. So what's really great about Animoto is you don't have to overthink anything too much. They have some pre-built templates on there that you can pick and choose, open houses and just different things that you can pick and choose that are already pretty set up for you. So you can dive right on in there, including it's already set up for aspect ratios, right? So let's say that I create a video and I'm making a square video for one of my posts. And then I decided maybe I want it vertical because I want to also throw it into my story. You can shift and change that super quickly within there, and they do everything for you. I mean, it's just the most simplest, easiest way, stress-free way to handle all of it. It is so awesome. It also allows you to truly customize your videos. So if I want to do my branding colors, if I want to have certain fonts on there that I really love that kind of speak to what I already do and what I already create, I can kind of pull that in there already. They've really thought everything through for us. So we're just kind of plugging and playing with what we have, and it takes minutes, literally. They have commercially licensed music. So anytime that I'm adding, anytime I'm adding a piece of music to my video, I know that every single time I'm not going to get in trouble. It's not going to get flagged. And that way, when I do that post, it's going to send out to everybody in the best way possible. I'm going to be honoring the artist who created it, as well as Animoto, who I know already has this taken care of and set to go there. And then also, of course, watermarks, which are great. So you can also watermark with your logo. You can just do things to make sure that it's really branded completely to you and that you are ready to go literally within just a couple minutes.
Yeah, it's very easy.
And I just want to say the examples that you showed earlier were all Animoto videos, I believe, right? Like the nostalgia.
Yes.
So I think most of the examples, were Animoto videos.
And we use Animoto constantly over here too.
We do with our marketing, and yeah, it doesn't just have to be real estate as well. You can use it for anything. So, let's see this demo, everybody. I am very excited. I'm gonna do this live. So let me share my screen and we'll get rocking and rolling. Okay, guys. So everybody see my Animoto screen? Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so when we get here,
I'm not seeing the Animoto screen.
Right now. No. Let's see here.
So if you go to share, and you might have to share desktop.
How are we looking?
Now we see it.
Hey, we got it now. Okay, so this is, once you log in, there are different types of memberships, of course, which we'll go over later. But everything is templated. You can start from scratch or start with a template. If you want to do this really quick, really easy, take brain damage out of it, this is what you do. So obviously they have a ton of different templates. What I usually go to is just the popular templates because there's lots of real estate ones in there, you guys. Very easy. If you scan over, it kind of gives you a little showdown of what it's all about. So I'm going to say, you know what, this one looks kind of cool. Oh, and there's music. Okay, I'm going to choose this template right there. So this is going to pop up. It's going to say upload videos for all of your stuff. So what I've done is I already created a little folder, and you can do this when you get your pictures back from your photographer, or if you're taking your own pictures, things like that, where you're going to take your best pictures and pop them in here. So, okay, I'm going to click and drag. I am going to upload all of my pictures, and there we go. I'm going to upload all my pictures as well as my logo. Okay, so if you have your brokerage logo, if you have a personal logo along with your brokerage logo, upload that stuff as well, because you want everything branded, right? Okay, so now right here, this is their templated version right here. So you can just click on this. This is so easy. So I can say 1, 2. Let me go over here. Oh, I don't have my thing plugged in. Hold on. So I can say 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I have stuff like plugged in, not plugged in, things like that. 1, 2, 3. Main Street. And this is in your town, Colorado. Zippo zip. Here we go. There you are. And then, hey, picture. Let's grab a front of that picture. So these are the pictures that you've uploaded. Let's bring that over. How easy is this? Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you want to see what it's all about, there's this little playbook. Oh, and it moves. See how awesome and animated that is? Okay, first one done, easy. Second one. Oh, let's go ahead and update this. So let's say, okay, how many square feet? We're going to say it's 2,365 square feet of living space. Oh, we got 5 bedrooms. We have 2 bathrooms. And you know what? It is going to be at $895,000. Cool. Awesome. So you can almost look at this and go, oh, wow, boom. Here we go. How neat is that, right? Okay, moving on to the next one. Oh, the spacious kitchen. Well, let's grab our kitchen. It's actually very similar. Beautiful, spacious kitchen. You can put in there and say granite countertops and huge pantry. Nice. Anything you want to add, you can just keep going, which is amazing. What's really neat about this too, if you want, you can highlight that and you can change colors. Let's say your colors are red. Awesome. Now we have red. We can change your font in here. I'm on the struggle bus today, guys. So sorry. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. You can pop it off to the side. You can do whatever you want to do. You can also grab and move. So if there's something blocking and you want to move it off to the side, you can do that as well. Let's see what happens. Whoop, there it is. See how easy this is? I mean, it's just so beautiful, so easy. You know what you could do too? If you want to grab your logo and put it in the corner, whoop, of every single one, you sure can. And go back, rotate. Oh, you can rotate. Like I said, I'm on the struggle bus today. But if you want to change what it's doing, say, I don't like that layout. I want to do something like this. Cool. I'm going to take the master bedroom. I'm going to pop it right in there. Say, beautiful hardwood floors. Anything like that. Beautiful, beautiful hardwood floors. You guys get the point, right? So all of that stuff, you can put that everywhere. This whole thing, if you say, oh, yep, master bedroom, all that stuff. If you're like, oh, don't want to use that, delete it. You can put in your information here. You can change colors, all of that stuff. This is just a really rough run through. And then when you're done with it, you can save it to your computer. You can post it directly on social media. It's all of that. And then you have a beautiful branded, awesome video, and you're not even in it to make you look legit. It is wonderful. So really, guys, hop on there, play around a little bit. It is so fun. All right, we'll go back to our presentation.
Yeah, I love that demo. I think just a couple more. I think one other thing is you can change the aspect ratio, right? Like I think you have one for Instagram and a square one. And
let me show you where that's at real quick. So up here, if you, let me go back to the front one. This is just our regular ratio, the landscape. So if you're doing something for YouTube, this is great. And it tells you right down here. If you want to do Instagram stories, you can hit that. Facebook, any of that stuff. Square is huge. So this is where you can move it. How easy is that? Click of a button and you can change the ratio. I love it. I love it. So wonderful.
And I'm just gonna go over, I think we have about 15 minutes left. So I just want to make sure I get to some of the how questions right now.
Yeah.
One person asked, how do you put in the text? So just to be clear, when you choose a template, usually there's text already there pre-populated. And Sarah, I think what you were doing was just double clicking with your cursor and then just putting in whatever you wanted to do.
That's it.
Change your color, and they give you font options similar to how you would maybe in Photoshop or Canva or even Microsoft Word. They allow you to change font. Wow. So that kind of thing. I'm just looking through any other questions on the how, because I know this is kind of the end of the demo. And I guess there's one more question. Does it automatically size for Instagram and Facebook?
In the ratio area?
Yeah, the ratio area, the music's included. How does it compare to Canva? I think Canva does allow for video now, but I don't know the answer to that super specifically.
Yeah, it's wherever you feel comfortable as well, and I want to show you too in the music area. This is so fun. If you want something uplifting, driving, quirky, they have all these moods, and then you can start listening to things to whatever goes with that. So if you're really concerned about the music, you don't have to worry about, oh gosh, is this license? Am I going to get in trouble? Like all of this stuff is already in here. Yep. Very neat.
Two people asked, someone asked if this is, if it would work for open houses, and absolutely. I would actually use it as an invitation. I would invite people in, maybe show one or two things of the homes. And if you want to see more, come message me. You can text that to people too, send it directly to them, invite them to an open house is a fantastic way to add to that. And with Canva too, there's different features that you can use in each of them. So really Anamoto is geared and specializes in these videos. So you're going to get a lot more out of it in terms of what it can do in terms of video.
Yeah, and if you start playing around with it, you can go into this design thing and say, ooh, strong contrast. That's what I want this to look like.
That looks good.
I mean, very neat stuff. Yeah, and then what it doesn't do it just on that one. It changes the whole video. So you're not clicking and trying to do every single thing. So this goes quick. This goes fast, you guys. And you don't like that? Okay, what about this one? All right, awesome. And let's go back to this one real quick, because this is red or yellow and black. If you're like, ugh, I don't like the yellow, but my other color is red. Change it to red. I mean, this is how easy it is. Click, easy, there it is. Yeah, do we have any other questions within here? And a lot of this, you guys, is playing around with it. And your first one takes a little longer, but after that, I mean, you're popping it. When I do this for clients, when I go in here and do these presentations for clients, I use the same template over and over for each different client. So I go in there and it's the same look, but the house changes, the specs change, all of that kind of stuff. So it's very easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And one last question, and then I think we have about 10 minutes left. And I know you have a couple more slides with some more great information. Is there a free version you use to start with? There is. It has a big, like, kind of Animoto logo on it. So that's the limitation when you're using the free version, is Animoto's branding's on it, not yours. But they do that, I think, just so you don't have to plop down a credit card or anything. You could just make a free account and like try it for free. And then if you're like, yes, then you could pay and put your branding in there. And so we have a couple more questions I'm hoping to get to at the Q&A, but I know we have a couple more slides in here. So I'm taking note of all the other questions that aren't Animoto related for the end.
Awesome. All right, let me get back to the slides. Sorry, so much technical difficulties today.
Thanks everyone just for being here and being willing to learn, and let us show you guys some fun stuff and tools that we use all the time. So thank you guys so much.
Yes. All right, so I know people were asking about the price of Animoto, and they have a promo. Sophia, do you want to tell them all about it?
Yeah, it's so awesome. And really what it is too, I mean, this is such a low cost per year to look really professional, to look really polished, and to be able to do it all yourself, which is really awesome, or have, you know, for your team, anything like that too. It's super inexpensive. And then of course the clothes, being as amazing as they are, of course has a discount for you guys as well to get 15% off, which is amazing. It's just video 15 and you can get 15% off. It's gonna make you look so professional, so good. It's gonna just pay for itself. I mean, it's wonderful.
Absolutely. So code video 15. Becky, I'm sure you're going to put that in the chat for everybody because you're amazing. So do you have questions? We've got answers. Pop those questions if anything came up that you are wondering. We'll kind of default to Becky as well to kind of go through that. So if you have questions, please pop them in the chat and we will answer them. In the meantime, we wanted to talk to you about the Close Pro membership and why it's so awesome, why it's amazing. Obviously, you're all here because you got an email and maybe saw social media, YouTube, anything to come to this class. But the Close Pro membership features so many neat things. There are awesome courses to help you do your real estate game. I know there's a lot of new people in here and there's a lot of seasoned agents. Sometimes you run out of ideas or you don't know where to start or any of that stuff. It is very overwhelming. Bless you all you realtors. Oh my gosh. They have downloads for you. They have classes, they have courses, they have leads. I mean, videos for leads. There's so much. It's neat to go around and just check about all the stuff that they have to offer agents all over the country and outside the country as well. It's so universal. Yeah. Sophia, do you have more things to say?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys were on with us, those who were on with us last month. Sean was on here as well. He has an amazing, I think does he have 2 courses there? Is this 1 course that he does in the Close Pro, which is amazing. We'll be joining you guys at the Close Pro as well. We have a course that just came out last month that's all about social media. We talk how important video is in it. And then now, of course, we're going into how to actually do that video, but it is so important. You can learn more about social media, more about everything that you need to know. And I believe actually we're going to do a free little small giveaway today. I think Becky maybe has a hashtag list that we might be giving out today as well. So I think we're going to chat that into everybody just for joining us today, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to get some good hashtag lists to start using as well.
Yeah, I'm chatting that out now. We do, Sophia and Sarah did a Facebook and Instagram 4-module crash course as part of the Close Pro with a lot of free, with a lot of PDFs. This is one of them that we're giving away for free. And that course also comes with 30 days of social media posts that are pre-made for you as well. So the Close Pro comes with these courses, and then you also get a bunch of marketing resources as well. But I'm going to shout out right now one of the PDFs that's part of that course that you're going to get for free. That's all about what hashtags to use to farm on social media.
Yeah. Awesome. And I think we're giving even some more fun stuff away. I think we're giving a little bit of a promo, I believe. Yes.
We are.
Only lasts until the 20th. Only lasts for a couple days here, so you got to jump on it. $100 off the Close Pro membership, which is so worth it. So worth it. And just using the code social.
That's it.
Yep. And
That's
go
it.
around to the pro, get $100 off, which is amazing for the next 2 days. Dive on in there. It is so worth it. You're going to just get so much content out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Amazing. We definitely have a few more minutes for questions if you are both game. There's so many.
Yeah.
I will work backwards. Jamie is saying, I'm learning that video and posting quantity should be greater than quality when trying to grow your social media presence. How long do you suggest we time block a day for creating one video?
Well, we talk about a lot about consistency. So if you're consistent on posting 2 times a week, stick to 2 times a week. The algorithm likes that. If you're going, okay, I need to do this every single day, and you're really good for a week, and you're posting every day, and you're doing these videos, and then next week you post once, and then the week after that you post 3 times, and then you're very inconsistent, the algorithm does not like that. So when you are doing these videos, be very truthful with yourself. How much time do I want to do this? Now, the most viewed videos are 11 seconds or less. Think about that. That's crazy. So what we tell our agents all the time is if you want to be the expert of your neighborhood, or if you want to do whatever, you can do a little blurb a couple times a week. Like I always say, start with 2 times a week. Start there. And as you get that under your belt, then go to 3, then go to 4. Your videos can be as easy as you standing out on your back deck saying, hey, guess what? Hey, it's Sarah here from Connect Social Pop. The weather today in Woodland Park, Colorado is going to be 62 degrees and it's going to be sunny. Can't wait to see you guys. Da, 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 da. You could do your little ending. I mean, it can be something that simple, that easy. Or if you're very involved in your kids' school, just fun things. What's on the school lunch list today on the lunch menu? It could be very easy. People just want to see your face and what you want to say. So if you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to dedicate 10 minutes to this every day or 3 times a week, 2 times a week, do it. Put it in your calendar.
Yep.
That's great advice. Amrita, I missed this question about Anamoto. If we no longer want to pay for the Anamoto subscription, can we still keep using the videos? The cool thing is with Anamoto, you download the HD version of the video, so you can download it from Anamoto, and if it's downloaded on your computer, then it's yours. And I'm pretty sure you can continue to download them after the subscription's over. I'm not 1,000% sure, but you could always back them up somewhere else. Someone asked, can you enter subtitle closed captions if you are speaking in a video? So is there an easy way to do that with video?
Yeah, Sophia, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, there are social media platforms are trying to work on that in general to kind of have some of that on there for people. But if you're in Animoto, you can go ahead and just go ahead and add that in there too, and type in what you want to add in there as well. It's always a great way to do it, just to kind of add those key points that you want people to get out of that video too, to go ahead and just type it right on in.
Absolutely. And a lot of these social media platforms, like Sophia said, will actually have buttons where you can say, do the text for me, do the subtitles for me. You have to check them over, obviously, to make sure everything is correct. So everybody's working on that since everything's moving over to video anyway.
Totally. Lauren asked, can you put video inside emails and embed videos on sites and landing pages? I run email for the close, so I'll take the email one. You can't have videos play in an email, but you can link to them. What I actually do a lot of is there's this free site. Let me try to find it so I can shout it out right now, where you can upload a video and turn it into a GIF. It only works if the video is like a very short video, but then you can have that GIF here. I'll link it out now, but you can have that GIF linked then to your video so that there's some movement in your email. So that's how I personally always bypass the, like, you can't have a video play in an email. But would one of you feel comfortable answering the question about, can you do videos on landing pages and sites?
Absolutely, you can. Absolutely. Every website, especially now in 2021, you should definitely be able to add video to any of your web pages, any of your landing pages. And even if, a great way to do this, a fantastic way to do this is to upload it to YouTube. You're going to have that YouTube link, and most website builders most of your developers are going to be able to, I do all the websites that connect social pop, so I do know this on here too, but they all should be able to link it. If you're already on YouTube, number one, you're going to get that SEO up, you're going to get the algorithm up from Google from it being on YouTube, and then you're also going to have it on your website or on a landing page, so you have multiple reference points of that video. Fantastic way to do it. I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Well, we have a couple more minutes, and we might be going a little over a minute or two.
Yeah.
Someone, Nicholas asked, does it need to be the exact time and day a week, or just once a week in general? Earlier when you were saying like just being consistent is important, even if it's just once a week, then stick to once a week. So does it have to be the exact time and day, or just would any time work?
Yeah, so it's a little trial by fire. So when you start, we give it to our clients too. Hey, all the algorithm says from last month that the most viewed posts are on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. or whatever it might be. You can play around with that. So if you are doing this and you're like, hey, you know what? I have time at 2 p.m. Start at 2 p.m. Throw one in there at 6 p.m., throw one in at 8 a.m., anything like that, and see what your audience, because your audience and my audience is going to be different depending on our target markets, right? So throw them out there a little bit and see what is getting the most reactions, what's getting the most likes and shares and interaction, and go from there. Yeah. Think about what you do. When do you look at social media? Mine's in the middle of the night, like when I'm laying there and I can't sleep. That's when I look at it. Or if I'm having lunch. And I work from home, so that's amazing. But even though I walk into the other room and I'm eating lunch, I have my phone with me and I'm going through social media over noon. Everybody's going to kind of have that time off usually. So play around with those hot times at night when people are not doing other things.
Yep. And if you're on Instagram will give you the insight. So it'll tell you which posts are doing best, what times of day they're doing best. Yeah. And you really want, we actually go over a whole bunch of timing in our Close Pro class where we talk about timing and social media, how to post with all that. So we'll have a lot of information in there. And so much of it too is when your audience is following you over and over again, they want to be consistent with, they want to know what to expect from your social feed. So if you're posting every Tuesday, they know on Tuesday they're going to be looking for your post on Tuesday. Some of it's a little bit of that too, getting your audience familiar with how you want to post and how you want to share it to the world.
Yeah, there's an agent that we work with, and he does social media posts I think it's every Thursday or Friday. Mm-hmm. And what they do is they go in and they say, these are the area events of the area that he lives in. This is what's going on. It's family events, it's bar crawls, it's beer fests, it's all of that stuff that they have a list, but he does that every single week. So I know that I can go onto his page on Thursdays or Fridays and see what's going on in our area. It is awesome. But he taught the audience, which I am part of his audience, to go check to see what's going on, not real estate oriented.
Yep. Love it. We're a couple minutes over. There's a few more questions. Esther had one. I could take this one real fast. Can you recommend keywords on YouTube and how to start and finish a video? I think the keywords, it really depends, I think, what your strategy is, but going with neighborhoods, people are searching your neighborhood. And in terms of how to edit, publish the video, Anamoto has one-click posting to YouTube, to Facebook. So that's another cool thing about Animoto. You could also then just download it and then manually upload it. I think we kind of went over the editing portion of it. So hopefully during the demo, you got to check out how to edit it. One person asked, starting out, what's a great first topic? We kind of went over those 3 must-have videos, right? Like the property listing video, the neighborhood video, and I'm missing one other one. What was the third one?
About me.
The About Me video. So I think those 3 are great. And someone asked, is LinkedIn a good place also to post videos? That was one question earlier. So maybe we'll end on that one and then say thank you to everyone. We're at hi@theclose.com. I'll chat that email out. If you have more questions, we can get answers to you, but maybe we'll end on that last one around any thoughts around LinkedIn.
Yeah, LinkedIn, isn't quite as popular as our Facebook and our Instagram friends over there. But what's so fantastic about LinkedIn is that you're going to have your other lenders on there, you're going to have your brokerages on there, and they're going to see how hard you're working and what great content that you're putting out to the rest of the world as well. Of course, you can find great clients on there. You can help be the expert in that area, but really you're looking to other professionals to show, the quality that you bring to the table. So it's always a great way to expand that. But definitely wherever you're kind of what Sarah shared earlier too, is wherever your audience is where you want to be.